We all said I'd break a fall and found a royal mess. More than what we bargained for, but what we only guessed. Every time we hear you cry through the veil of shadowed day. One for all and all can fall in this our royal mess. You never met dances done like horror royal mess. Missing pearl, attack of nose is causing no distress. Festival, a church and ball, much more important is one for all and all can fall in this our royal mess. Searching for some missing girl in all this royal mess. Back in town, things went back while at church there's no one less. Vicious schemes and foul plays real, we know not up and down. It's one for all and all can fall in this our royal mess. It's one for all and all can fall in this our royal mess.
Like what happened last session?
Yes. Yes.
Go ahead, Cass.
I can't. My brain can't.
I'm like, why are we always leaving it to Cass? That is not.
Yeah, Crunchy, why don't you do it?
Yeah, Decaf, you're God. the
So
good
what
God.
happened last time? We got an army.
Yeah, you adopted
Um,
children.
Yeah, we adopted the Knolls, and they work for I guess for Fiera now. And we had Nori and Fiera having an argument. And and we went to look at the church as a group, and we have a key now, but we don't know where it fits. We know there's something in the church we want to get back to, and we know River is missing. After Melior distracted Alric, the priest, while we kind of broke into the church. So we have a lot there to come back to when we get there, but we decided to go and have a look with the Knolls first and choose the non-violent action or option, and then we adopted. So I think that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, we also had like this whole thing with Nori apologizing to everyone, not only the situation with Fiara. And while Fiara was, how do I say this, not willing to completely just take the apology, she also was like not saying, I never talk to you again. So she was a little conflicted on that one. Meanwhile, the others were mostly on like Melior, like if you want to say you're sorry, then like prove it. And
that was what Fiera said as well. If I can't use your words for anything, you gotta prove it. So
yeah, but she was definitely a little more on the upset side than the others.
Oh yeah,
there was a lot more vitriol.
Yeah, he hurt her big time. So yeah.
Oh right, fish Melior.
Oh yeah, the fish. Yeah, the fish happened. Where Fiera stumbled down the stairs. Nori caught her, but sadly, a mysterious potion gifted from her brother fell from her pocket, and Melior stepped in it, which resulted in Melior being a fish for an hour. And Melior got the uppies.
Did we ever clean up that potion?
Nope. Nope. It's So actually, could that have hit several people, Hanabi? Do we come back to stories of someone randomly turning into a fish when they left the inn?
No, because after it hit Melior, it kind of like got absorbed into the ground. So maybe a worm turned into a fish. Being evil makes.
So where did we leave off?
The last thing that happened was Fiera walking past Nori and Melior and just looking to Nori and just going, "We have an army."
Yeah,
and that's where we cut off.
Okay, yeah, because you told the Knolls, these dum dums over here. Why can't?
Did the nodes
Yeah.
want to wait there, or did they
No.
want to come with us right
no,
away?
they're meeting. They said they'd meet you at or Fiora told them to meet at the hunter's cabin.
Yeah, they wanted to meet with us there, so we have until the Harvest Festival, leaving me with a feeling that this Harvest Festival is where that's kind of our deadline for solving this, because otherwise we're fucked.
I believe
That's
this all took
impression I
place in
got.
like the morning, I think, if I remember correct. Yes. Happened in-
Yeah.
Okay, so are you guys heading back into town or?
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna.
So
switch
while
the-
we're doing that, do the characters have a conversation about how we forgot to plan ahead what would happen if this actually worked and they were not hostile?
Yeah, you can do that now while you're walking. I'm just switching
Yeah.
maps.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you guys are coming up from. How? Why can I not do the thing? Yeah. There we go. I knew I could do the thing. Yeah, you're
Yes.
coming up from there.
So Nori will look at Fiera. So, an army?
Yes, things went well. We didn't really talk about what would happen after the first impression, but they seemed very confused and had been obviously manipulated and used by Mr. Fennell, so now they work for me.
All things told, they were rather cordial.
Oh yes, very kind and sweet and endearing.
My understanding of what was going on was that you're going in for introducing us because you don't seem hostile, and we would talk to them as a group. Then
Yes, the thing is that they were very insistent that we should not return to the village, because apparently the village is good, but things are happening up there, and we needed to get out of there. So having to say, but we did try with we have our things there, we need to get them, which was not enough. So we went with the rest of our party is there. So we had the need to go back because we could not obviously leave people behind.
very well improvised. He looks very befuddled. What about the townspeople? Are they just not caring about them because they attacked them, or?
Well, they are good people that should be protected from something, and I'm not entirely sure if that something includes us or whatever that was, but I think Mr. Fennell has them very confused.
Out of
Looking
character.
Looking to Willow, just if Willow agrees on that.
I don't
sorry?
know if you're skipping it on purpose, but that they said that the townsfolk was immune and that
Oh.
only outsiders were in danger. But I didn't get that.
No,
Yeah,
I
no.
forgot about that.
I was trying to remember how that was worded. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So if you're looking to Willow, that could be Willow's.
I'm still not sure what's going on. All even with their testimony, but I will say, Fennel has some explaining to do.
Indeed.
I'm sure he can enlighten us.
It's just
Yeah.
last time we talked to him, the only thing he gave us was literally after we confronted him with the proof that what he said was wrong. So I'd be careful taking information from that guy.
But how else to go about it? For now, it seems. Oh yes. Also, the Knolls were under the impression that they were paid incredibly well by Mr. Fennell, and then they had to pay the farmers for staying here and taking care of the animals and things. So total, I don't think they got very much from it, but they are under the impression that they were paid like kings, and then they had to pay the farmers.
We should probably pay the farmers.
No,
Whoever owns that.
I believe they just paid back Mr. Fennell and he took all the money, but made the poor things believe that they were doing good and were helping the farmers as well.
Nod, nod.
Can
I
we
am-
take one step at a time?
Yes,
No, it's all good. Just because you asked before what else we should do instead of rely on the information from Miss Fennell, and I think that we have some other leads to go after. For example, that thing, whatever Jillian is terrified of. I know you all don't want to set her under pressure, and I understand it, but I can't imagine that has nothing to do with whatever weird thing is going on. We have the church, we have those weird lights. So we do have a few points to go after.
That is true.
The Knolls will also wait for us at the Hunter's cabin whenever we go to meet them again.
Yes, at the latest at the Harvest Festival, making it sound like that is some ominous warning deadline for us to have in mind.
I'm sorry, Miss Sets.
Sorry?
I missed I missed what was said. Sorry.
Oh, Crunchy?
Fiora just relied the thing about the Knolls saying about the Harvest Festival, that it was maybe some warning or some deadline.
Nori's expression turns very serious. Have you ever been to places where the word harvest is not only in context to, fields?
Indeed.
It is worrying.
Only in storybooks, but those are the ones I tended to avoid.
What do you mean?
The idea of harvesting people is not fun.
No, but there are different interpretations of harvest depending on different interpretations of natural cycles, and I'd need to know more about this place's culture to understand. It doesn't have to be people, is what I mean. It might be people, it might be souls, spirits, it might also be something completely different. Basically, you can harvest everything that has a natural cycle, I just...
So, how do we go about this?
Melior, you're being awfully quiet today.
Something you said got me thinking.
Do you want to enlighten us?
The church worships and he pulls out his notes for this because he was writing all of this down before. The church worships the god Requiem, who is the god of life and healing. And they mentioned that there was other gods honored at the Harvest Festival, but something you said about harvest being used differently.
Well,
the other god is Uranus, which destroys greenery, so... But in a process of revival?
yeah, no, that is usual, that it's part of a natural cycle, but The question is there anyone we can ask about this whom we can trust to actually give an honest answer? Or
Well, we have Rosie. She's been, as we've heard from several sides now. Rosie is the sweetest. Everyone loves her. She might know. And
Yeah.
also this part of her maybe being in charge of the town more or less. So might that be a place to go?
but
I
doesn't
haven't
that
asked
make
her
her
many questions,
I'm-
make her suspicious as well?
but we haven't talked much to her, so we don't know.
I'm still thinking we should talk to Fennel, because even though there's the aspect of he's been profiting off of the Knowles shakedowns. Maybe he would know something about what the Knowles were talking about for us to be concerned with the village.
And he
What
has
if we
been
ask
doing.
Jillian?
Sorry, what?
What if we ask Jillian? If the issue is related to the Harvest Festival in some way, then we would need to talk to River since she's the only one that's been honest with us. We don't know where she is, but maybe Jillian would since they're close.
And Jillian has been breaking into the church, and now the church is saying that they have moved to River, so that might be a way to go, but that will leave us with who will be guarding Mr. Fennel. And just glancing at Huskfoot, because that might be an option, but also will Mr. Fennel get eaten by that? And out of character, since Kisaell is not here today, that might be an option to go with.
I mean, today's title is Huskfoot Eats Fennel, so.
Oh.
I don't think out of
I'm
character
good
we
with
know
that.
Huskfoot won't actually eat Fennel.
Right, because Huskfoot only
So-
said that she would eat Fennel if he didn't accept their gay love. And by there, I mean River and Jillian, not Huskfoot and whoever.
Also,
Now that we've-
Huskfoot did say that eating people is kind of just a joke in their folk.
Now that we've confirmed that Fennel was acting against the wishes of the town and specifically the farmers, it may be something to consider that we could just turn him over to the town now, since we have the solid proof in the form of gold that he was robbing from them.
Yes, but there is still the problem that there is no legal system in the town, which is what we wanted to organize with the gold. So, whom do we turn him over to, Rosie?
Or the church.
Do
That's
you
what I
trust the
think.
church after everything that happened so far?
Why don't we
Exactly.
use
But so
why don't
far,
we
there
u-
seems to be the two
Go ahead.
forces. There seems to be the two forces, the church and Rosie. And I'm not sure I would trust either of them to guard a criminal.
I'm sorry, can you?
Sorry.
Okay,
See,
Okay, then.
First,
sorry.
I was just about to ask you what you wanted to say, Rillo,
Okay.
so it's.
If we have confirmed that Fennel was working against the town, threatening him with turning him over to the church might be a good bargaining piece to get him to talk about issues we don't know.
That's a good point, though.
indeed, and that might also make it seem to him as if we know more about the church than we actually do. And maybe we can just get him to talk.
No, I don't think we should go through with it. I think it would make more sense to just threaten him. What do you think?
So, who's the most threatening of us again? Looking around from one to the other.
The
I
thing
can
is,
chokeslam him again.
I am not convinced that it's a good idea to leave Melior alone with him again, except if you don't care for unnecessary cruelty.
Melior and Huskfoot both have the intimidating presence. Well, Huskfoot more certainly, but Melior is the one who has actively pushed him over the edge.
What about you, Fiora?
I can try.
You're very experienced in talking to people and getting them to say what you want them to say. Maybe instead of going in with brute force, that might be a way to trick him into a false idea of safety. And then if you go out with this, that might be more forceful even.
But isn't that counterproductive to the attempt at intimidating him with the church?
No, that's exactly what I say. It might be more effective if he first gets the idea of talking to the one person who might be most kind, who might give him the best chance of achieving something, of getting out of whatever state he's in. And then this person tells him about the plan with the church.
Poor thing if he thinks I'm the innocent one here, but very well.
You are good at giving people a kind idea of your character.
That is true.
Just that, fuck, why did I start that sentence? How do I get myself out of this one?
Well, I suppose I can give it a try. I do have a few tricks up my sleeve to make the dear Mr. Fennell perceive me as a friend. It might work. Otherwise, I suppose I could try a little more threatening way.
I mean, looks over to Melior. If you're okay with this, we can still go in and be brutal and all that if that all doesn't work. But why not try it this way first? Because going the other way around, it won't be possible. There is no way he will ever believe into such a shame once he's been beat up again.
Indeed, and after all, I am such a small creature that if two big brawny Lyonin comes in, I would have nothing to do or say anymore. It would be out of my hands and too late.
So what do you say?
I like the way you
I have
think.
no qualms with this.
No what? Sorry?
I have no qualms with this.
I don't... What does that mean?
Qualms means problem. Like I have no problem.
Okay.
No issue.
Have Fiora talk to Fennell. If need be, threaten him with the church. Then maybe ask Jillian where River could be.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
I think there might be a little more things that we should ask Jillian than just where River is. But
it might
again,
be an in to get her to talk. Because she's not been very fond this far of spilling the beans. So maybe
Yeah.
if we can get her to worry for forever, we can get an in and get her to talk.
That's true. It's just we all have very different ways of going about talking to a person. And so far, what I've perceived is, please correct me if I'm wrong, that y'all are more or less willing to let it go if a person is not willing to talk. And I don't know if that is the right way to take it here.
My way of talking with Jillian did not work, so I am out of the question this time for her.
Mine wasn't the best either, so Willow, you want to try?
I'll need to think about how I'm going to approach it, but we want to know where her take on the Harvest Festival and
Her
Things.
take on the Harvest Festival, where is River and what's happening to her, and why is she so scared?
And why is she breaking into the church? What is it with this church?
Yeah, that too.
I would like to know that answer to myself. So, yes, that sounds like a reasonable thing. Reasonable approach.
So, are we going to Melior and Willow? Are you going to talk to River, or how are we going to go about this? And Nori and I go look at Mr. Fennell, or are we just going to stand in the background and listen in so everyone knows everything?
It might be best, considering we have a deadline for this, to split up. Just my suggestion.
We can try to talk to Jillian, but I don't know if she likes me that much. For good reason.
Well, that is true. She was watching you chokehold her father.
Yeah, but I did not get the impression that she was mad about that.
No, but it might be a little intimidating. So maybe Melior goes with me, and Nori, you can go with Willow.
Well, the thing is that last time we had the talk with Jillian in the hunter's cabin, I did my best to get Jillian to talk, and Melior was the one to step in and say that I should give her some time.
That's true.
You did go kind of heavy on the interrogation strategy.
I personally did think that it was for a good reason, and I did not mean to harm her, but that's why we're now talking it out before going to it, isn't it?
Indeed.
100%.
And to be fair, I could use your your techniques, Nori, if things begin to fail, or that might work. I think we could make that work.
He looks at her. I'm glad I can be of help, but can you enlighten me what you're talking about?
Well, if I am to try a softer approach first, and that does not work, just me shifting 180 out of nowhere might seem a little peculiar.
But wouldn't be Melior exactly the right pick for that one, and then again?
Maybe, but
What do you think?
Melior would do better with River. That is... No, sorry, Jillian. I'm confusing these two now. Oh dear. But I think Melior would be the better pick with Jillian. And if we are splitting up, well, and just as long as I have someone to just assist with getting this to a more direct place if needed.
Are you
We'll all
okay
be
with
in the
trying
same
it that
building.
way?
That is true. No one is further away than we can just call out.
Are you good with trying it that way? Looking at Melior and Willow.
We can try.
All right.
It sounds solid to me.
Good.
All right. And on we go. And out of character, I take it Huskfoot will be called to the stables when we reach the village. This horse is really not in a good state.
Yeah, unless you are
The poor
stealing
horse.
Jillian to go
I
with
mean,
you for some reason.
she could probably, or yeah, Huskfoot could probably still watch Fennel while when we leave if Jillian wants to, not
Yeah,
be
that's
on guard
true.
duty.
That's
So
true. Yeah, let's keep Huskfoot at the backhand then for the time being.
We all sit at Breakathon, found a royal mess. More than what we bargained for, but what we only guess. Every time we hear you cry through the veil of shadow thick. One for all and nothing for, and this our royal mess. Never met dances done, they are a royal mess. Missing pearl, attack of nose, causing no distress. Festival, church and ball, much more important is one for all and nothing for, and this our royal mess. Searching for some missing girl in all this royal mess. Back in town, things went back while at church there's no one less. Delicious schemes and foul plays real, we know not up and down. One for all and nothing for, and this our royal mess. It's one for all and nothing for, in this our royal mess.
Yeah, and also before out of character, before they reach Mr. Fennell's house, would anyone object to Fiera going to the inn to change her clothes to look a little more like her noble self? You know, having a noble
Oh,
woman
yeah.
here that might be an advantage.
Ooh,
Yeah,
costume
that
change.
sounds like a good idea.
Sorry, what did you say, Cass?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Just instead of coming in dressed for adventure, you know, just coming in as the noble woman. Hello.
Yep.
No objections.
Hold on. We're there might be something going
Older?
on.
Oh.
You need to poop. Oh, okay, Hanabi's not at the mic.
Well, no, I'm waiting on a decision.
Oh, okay. It's just to know what clothes to wear.
Don't yell at me, Crunchy. That's always my choice.
What?
Mm-hmm. Just the stream chat. You see, water agrees with
Okay.
me.
So we're gonna make this decision. Fiera has decided that she needs to get naked for a second.
No, need to get in the corset and the silk and the fineries.
All right, so I'm
and
going.
and the up.
Yeah, so this is gonna take like 8 hours. Anyway, so
So
Melior, help her.
No, she can do this herself.
in the meantime, I'm going to say this out loud. However, this is mostly I'm saying it out loud for chat's benefit. Otherwise, you guys are gonna sit here in silence for like 5 minutes.
Oh no.
Yeah. So this is all for Willow from Mom. So while you guys at this point you have reached Buckbridge and Fiara has mentioned her plan of changing at this point, I am assuming.
Can I just interfere really
Yes.
short? When we come back and come by the gray hair, that might be a good moment to slip a letter.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yep. I will get to unless you want me to do that right now. I can do the letter part right now.
Whenever you want. I just wanted to like that we don't forget it.
Yeah, no. Okay, so there will be 3 things going on while Fiara is naked.
Changing.
You have to get naked to change.
No, not necessarily.
Jeez. I don't know, I just wanted to make people angry. Anyway, okay.
I will revoke your peace rights, Hanabi.
It's okay. I'm sorry. I will. Moving on. All right. So this is all for Willow. So, and chat's benefit. So the rest of you can zone out for a second. Oh, Willow, darling.
Yes.
If you're not busy, when do I get to meet him?
You know we're in the middle of something.
Yeah, but you have a pause. It won't take long. You know, time works differently here.
When differently in variable ways.
So?
If he's gone for fine. Where do you want me to bring him?
Let's see. Where can I go? Well, obviously there's like no trees in that town of yours. Ugh. How droll. I will place a tree that looks like mine. You'll know. Darling. About a mile out.
A mile?
Fine, I'll make it closer. God. But wouldn't it be suspicious if you just suddenly disappear in front of the guard stations? I'm just saying.
One of the guards is barely a guard unless they swapped him out. They probably did.
Guard.
Damn locals and their militia systems.
Fine, I'll have it like right outside. It'll be like maybe like 2 trees in. God.
Okay, it doesn't have to be right outside. I get what you mean. It's
Now you're making me
a
tired.
mile is a little
moving
far.
It. You're making me tired moving it all the way. Certainly doing a lot of work to meet your boyfriend.
You can just put it behind another tree from the perspective of the town.
You realize I can only see through the trees, right? I can't perspective from your town. There's no tree in the town.
And you look through a tree that oversees the town and then put it behind that tree.
You exhaust me, child.
You're one to talk.
Don't get snippy with me. Fine. Put the tree in the place. Like right, I'm not gonna describe it. It's like right here. But like behind a tree.
Somewhere there, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
No iron, and just, walk through the tree, and you'll get to me.
Okay, I'll bring him along then.
Yay.
Okay, no one could hear that. But now
yes, no one could hear all of that.
Yeah, in character, no one could hear that. I'm going to approach Melior. While we're waiting on the aura to change. Melior, darling.
Oh, yes?
Could you come with me for a moment?
Of course.
Right. It's a little outside of town, but I need to show you something. Getting there. So, Melior, remember when I told you how to introduce yourself to certain people?
Yes, I'm supposed to say
I have returned. I'm sorry.
you may call me. Do I give my actual name or a fake name?
That's up to you, darling. I just make sure if they ask for your name, you say no, you can't have it, but you can. But
How
people
would they have my name?
don't ask.
But I just did.
You don't want to know.
Okay.
And that people call you by whatever you want to refer to yourself as.
Oh, are we finally meeting your friend?
Yes. Actually.
I was a bit confused about that after you went into my room, asked me about meeting your friend, and then immediately left after I agreed.
It's not always so simple with. It's not always so simple with her.
We going to the tree now? I'm back, by the way. Sorry.
So we get to a tree.
That looks like your mom's tree that we have above board,
Okay.
not discussed yet.
Yeah. It's very distinct from the local trees, though.
Yes.
So, okay. See this tree? Melior?
Yep. This is a tree. Very tree-like. Okay.
I'm gonna pull him in. I'm gonna walk in and pull him into
Does
it.
he have? Did you take off all of your armor? I mean, armor. Yeah, armor. Anything iron.
Oh, I
If
didn't
you
know
did
I
not,
needed to do that.
if you did not, the tree will not let you in.
Oh, right. Did you leave anything iron on you behind?
I'm wearing my armor right now, and my sword, and my other sword.
I'm gonna find some underbrush to hide the stuff in. Can you put your armor and your swords under here?
Oh, okay. Yeah, Melior's gonna take off his chainmail, leave the swords behind, and the brush Willow
So
pointed to, and
so is he just like bare chested now?
he doesn't have another shirt.
Woo!
He does
He's
not.
still wearing like the leather bandolier thing, but that is it.
Oh,
That and pants.
damn. Anyway, all right. I cover the spot.
So is the tree your friend?
Yes. Why don't you shake its branch?
Can I roll insight into Willow to see if they're okay?
Yes.
That's a 12.
Willow's
You know
okay.
what? I'm gonna roll my deception. Just
Oh, we're gonna be okay.
Out of character, I love this so much.
Oh no. Are you okay?
yeah,
Are you okay, Willow? Your deception failed.
yeah. I'm just gonna grab him and pull him into the tree with me.
So Melior, you have
Wait.
yeah, you have a split second to realize that you're falling into a tree. Good job.
This is worse than the goldfish!
Do you say that out
Don't be
loud?
such don't be such a kitten.
But yeah, do you say that out loud, though? This is worse than the goldfish?
Yep.
Okay, so while you're saying that, because it's almost instantaneous, I was looking for a tree. Chat probably saw it on the whiteboard, but I didn't find a tree. So you're just gonna have to imagine this. You enter a different realm. Like, your probably fur might be standing on edge because it's a lot of magic going around. Like, I won't even make you roll for it. What you see is basically on the horizon and everything, white. Everything, like what you're standing on is a field of grass, and there's a giant tree, like at the edge. Again, nondescript tree, but it has a huge canopy so that it has a nice little shaded area or whatever. And this tree is thick.
So this is the tree that's your friend.
But after you say this is worse than the goldfish, you hear a voice that goes, I mean, trees are better than goldfish.
I am so confused. Willow, where are we?
Out of character, we're in the Feywild, right?
You are, but like you would know that this isn't exactly the Feywild. It's literally like her little domain that she made separate from the Feywild.
Okay.
Like, obviously she is in the Feywild. Think of this as like a middle ground.
Yeah, she's a greater Fey. She can do this.
Yeah. So yes and no.
We are in my friend's domain.
Domain. Your friend's a god?
Gods wish they were me.
Who's talking?
I am. Come closer. Closer.
I'm gonna guide him.
Oh my god, your friend is actually the tree.
Okay, so once you get to like a reasonable distance away from the tree, like you could probably touch the tree at this point, but you start seeing the tree kind of like the bark of the tree ripple like water, and the upper torso of a woman starts coming out. Now, I tried to describe this to Decaf because I love this mental image I have for it. So you know how people carve like out of thick wood? They use like chainsaws to make amazing like animal art or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's that detailed, but it's not carved. So like the bark is part of her body, her hair, everything. But it's that detailed. Like when she opens her eyes, it's made out of wood. But you can clearly see their eyes and they're moving along with her mouth and whatever. Her hair flows back and is still attached to the tree. Yes, it's a naked upper torso, but there is no nip nops. It's wood. Well, I mean, there's woody knobs, I guess. She doesn't have arms. So she's like kind of like leaning forward, like if she was going to fall out of the tree, but it stops at her elbows. And she looks at you. Hello.
Hi.
It's a pleasure to meet you finally in person. May I have your name?
There's a pause, like dot. I was warned about this. No. But people call me Melior of the High Cliffs. Did I do that right?
Willow, you're no fun.
Like I'm really going to subject someone else to that treatment.
Huh, trees.
I don't get it.
I like him. Are you sure I can't have your name?
He said no. No means no.
Grumpy. She just kind of starts swaying, kind of like a tree. Like the tree itself is not swaying, just the upper humanoid torso is swaying as she looks him over. Yes. I accept this one.
Except what?
You can make me grandbabies. I accept.
What?
What?
He looks at Willow. What?
Your guess is as good as mine on this one.
Three more dots pass. Oh my god, have you been trying to court me? Is that what this is about? I'm trying not to make my voice go high, but I feel like it's natural.
I didn't think you were 26 yet.
Happy birthday!
I'm not. What?
I can make it when you leave here. You're 26.
Don't.
I need an adult.
Can't get more adult than
That's not
me.
Character.
No, I was gonna say, like, you can't get more adult than this Faye.
All right, you've met him. It's
I guess that meets the requirements, yes. I'm tired after you made me move my tree so many times. You're so mean. You never even visit me anymore.
Are you telling me you moved it every single time you said it was going to be somewhere?
Of course! If I say it's going to be somewhere, it's going to be somewhere.
You could have waited until it was finalized.
I don't wait.
So what was it about?
She starts going back into her tree.
Sometimes I wonder who the gullible one is.
Still you. Isn't that right, Willow?
I hate it when you use that cadence.
And she disappears into her tree.
Okay, let's leave.
So are you trying to court me?
If you want it. Just don't expect it to be a loyalty thing.
Okay, so while you guys are talking, roll perception real quick.
Perception.
Yeah.
One perception, please.
No, not one.
Wow.
21
Oh,
perception.
Wow. Okay, so you both
I got-
notice while you're talking. Yeah, I see that too, Melior.
Yeah.
Yeah. While you're both talking, you see that and walking and mentioning the courting and the babies and blah 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 blah, that a bed made out of tree roots and leaves is forming.
No.
And her tree is shaking as if giggling.
We're not doing this here. We're not doing this now. Come on. Let's leave.
You haven't even challenged me to a fight yet.
You're weird.
Melior just like, okay. I came down from my mountain, my peaceful mountain. I got turned into a goldfish. I walked into a tree, and I'm the fucking weird one?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, do you exit the tree now?
Yes, we're leaving the tree.
Okay, as soon
I
as
am dragging him out if I have to.
as soon as you leave the tree, it disappears.
We're
And it's
back where we were.
Yeah, it's been like 2 minutes, not even.
Okay, put your clothes back on. Get your swords.
I intend on doing that. Calling me weird, dragging me into a tree.
Thank you for doing that, though. I
don't feel like I did anything.
What you did was help me fulfill my end of a bargain to understand where we're being spied on. That's how we know that the church has something going on with it.
So
the conditions were she'd tell me where the who did we lose?
Decaf.
Okay. Terms were she'd tell me where we were being spied on from in exchange for meeting you. And that's why I asked you if you wanted to meet a friend of mine, so that I could at least say I had your consent to do it.
okay then.
So I'm not about to have people meet her unarmed
But you were unarmed.
with the knowledge they need.
Oh.
So what would have happened if I didn't say the thing?
You want to know why my name is Willow?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I was hoping that would be a rhetorical question, but because she took my name. Anyway.
Everything just starts to kind of like click. Like, oh, what'd she do with it?
Well, if I know. It's hers to do with whatever she pleased. She may still have it. She may not. Faye are weird that way.
Are you able to get it back? She seems nice.
We've made up on our differences and stuff. It's fine. I know she doesn't want anything bad to happen to me, and by proxy, the people around me. But she's still very much her own person. So I don't want people falling into any of the same traps I did. We should get back to the rest of the group.
Should they know about that, or?
I'd prefer they didn't, but I'm sure it'll come up eventually.
I'll try to keep it under wraps.
Please.
All right.
Thank you. I'm sorry I had to go to such a roundabout way of doing it.
I'm still offended that you think I'm weird.
In an endearing way.
What does that mean?
It means you're weird. I'm glad she's laughing in character, though. In that playful. Like exasperated but playful way. No idea if Melior will pick up on that.
Absolutely not. and now you're. Let's just get back.
What you saying now? I'm what?
And now you're laughing. Let's just get back.
Okay, so you guys are heading back. It's really not that long since you left, but we're gonna go back to the tavern for Fiara and Nori. That went weird. Anyway, Fiara, I assume you go to your room to change. Like you
Yeah,
said.
I was doing that already.
Yeah.
You know, just when we got here, and it had taken a little time to go out of the town and stuff. So
Yeah. So
it was just
Nori, you get a letter
From Rosie or
from
a post person? I don't know.
from Rosie. No post
Okay.
people here. It's all Rosie. Rosie's the post office, the mayor, but everything.
All right. Thank you. And he will open and read the letter, and I think no one's around him right now.
No. Everyone is outside because it turns out the harvest festival's tomorrow, so they're doing last minute preparations.
Okay. So Nori goes up the stairs and is waiting in this little room in front of the where Fiara is getting dressed. So Nori is just kind of leaning at the wall here next to the door to our room.
and just waiting for Fiera, I take it.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, she's hurrying up because there's things to do. So, just off with the worst of it and into the skirts and the corset and just popping on the headpiece and hair up just loosely. She looks. Do I roll for how she goes on speed mode or?
Nah, you've been a royal, like not royal, but noble all your life. You should know how to dress yourself.
Yeah, I can do this pretty fast. I know I can put if on a good day, if I'm fast with my corset, I can put it on in less than 3 minutes. So
She rocks this.
Oh yeah, you got it.
As she leaves the room, does she pay attention to Nori?
she sees him there, yes, and just stops because she thought he was waiting downstairs. And can she see something is up?
Yep. He
Okay.
is looking down at the floor, and his expression is dead serious and maybe a little ashamed, almost as if he was just caught with something.
She'll just grab his arm and pull him back in here. Just
all right.
Come here, Nori. Come here, Nori. Time for chat. What happened?
I was not expecting you to catch up on it faster than I can tell you, but here we are. And you're good at this after all. Obviously, just trying to change the topic.
That won't get you anywhere right now. What happened?
He's looking out of the window, looking back at her. Wow, you changed quick. You're looking good.
Nori?
I have to go.
What happened?
He takes out the letter and just kind of holds it there without actually showing her what's in it. They need me at the ship.
Oh.
And you can really see that loyalty conflict in his eyes because he's also needed here and he doesn't want to leave them alone with that.
Yeah. Well, your captain needs you. Will you stay at least during this conversation, or am I on my own with that?
I'll try to at least be there for that.
All right.
Can we try to hurry with it?
Of course. And in return, I'll see what I can do to get you to your ship faster.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you in trouble?
No, I'm not. It's just. We just had this talk and I really wanted to. Well, never mind. Doesn't make a difference now.
Well, write to me. Offering him a little smile.
What?
Will you write to me?
He looks very confused until he somehow seems to understand. Just smiles a little.
Okay. And let me know where I can send my rent to, because I have a feeling that there will be plenty before this is all over. And I want you to miss the outcome of this.
Yeah, please keep me updated, and maybe there will be a chance again when you're close to a harbor or something.
That would be wonderful indeed. Well, I suppose we should get going then and get this over with and make sure that you have what you need for your journey.
I wanted to thank you.
For what?
I wanted to do this before I got this letter, but now everything is... You were paying attention to things I wouldn't have noticed, and you were keeping me from becoming a person that I didn't want to be. What you said to me yesterday, I didn't realize I was manipulative. I didn't realize I harmed you. I realized I was being a bit of an idiot, but thank you.
Well, it takes one to know one, I suppose. Just now that you know, work on it. And
do.
when I see you again,
I'll be a better man.
indeed.
And I think at this, he can't really just ignore his feelings. He will hug her if she allows.
Before that, can she just get in that and by that you will be forgiven?
Oh yeah. And then he just like hugs her with a little more force than initiated.
Aww. And she'll be a little surprised, but just with a little smile, just hug him back. You take care of yourself out there.
I will, but and he lets go of her, takes half a step back, and just looks a little awkwardly. I think we got to do something first.
She chuckles and just reach up to pet his cheek, and then she moves out. Just leaving him standing there.
He feels a little weird, but he will just follow a moment later. Just one deep breath and then go follow.
So we meet up with the others downstairs?
Yeah, everybody can be downstairs now. And yes, during this time... I just imagined them getting back together with the best expressions on their face. Like Fiara's that bit of a cheeky grin. Melior just still that look in his eye like, what the actual fuck just happened? Nori just with that expression of guilt and sadness, and Willow just a little like cheeky and secretive.
Why are the ladies the cheeky ones here?
Because they are acting cheeky.
Fiara will not show anything when she gets down there. She'll be her composed self again.
Cheeky tree.
Okay.
Wait, why is Melior not on the screen? Melior, where'd you go?
But
where did Melior go?
As Fiara passes the distinguished gentleman, she'll just offer him a smile and then just walk by.
I think Melior is under Fiara.
Yeah, I think I yeah.
Oh! Well, that's not where he's supposed to be.
Someone
the
got
Uppy.
uppies again.
Uppies.
Puppy. Right.
But yeah, she will just smile to the distinguished gentleman. Is there any reaction from him?
Yeah, he puts up his hood and just kind of crouches to hide even more underneath the chair.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah. So
I guess we're heading to
no.
Fennel.
One thing first. Nori dear, I take it you don't want to keep secrets.
No, I don't. And he looks over to Willow and Melior. I'm sorry, but I'll have to leave you.
You're dying?
I got called back to the ship.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Same. And Harry's getting used to you.
Likewise.
So
But, Fiera and I would like to keep contact, and maybe we'll meet again.
I hope so. You seem like a good person underneath that rough exterior.
and
Thank
we
you.
did agree that Nori will be working on himself while away. So
Yes,
So
we did
I-
talk about that.
yes, I take it will be a time to meet and laugh about all of this and just reminisce how we met and agreed to never talk about it with anyone again. That sort of thing.
Anyway, I just needed you to know that I agreed for Fiera to try my best to keep in this conversation with Fennel, and afterwards I'll have to hurry.
Then I guess we had no time to waste. Let's go to Fennel.
Indeed.
Not to undermine. Sorry, not to
Hasten
sell
you
short the. Yeah, and also, I should state, the other night I should apologize. I did not really give you the sort of sympathies for what you've dealt with, and I may have just brushed it off a little bit when you brought it up before.
Thank you. That actually means a lot to me. But my reaction was still not appropriate.
Let's not dwell on that bit. Let's end on a high note, shall we?
Yes.
Part as friends, meet again as friends.
Good plan. And Melior? Will the chance to prove myself better be on, well, wait for me when I come back?
The actions that you take aren't reflected by time. It's the fact that you're even worried about that means a lot to me.
I'm glad. Okay. Ready when you are.
I'd say we're good to go.
Yeah.
So off they go.
Off they go.
All right, so off to Fennel's.
Yes.
You arrive at Fennel's, no problem. Although, well, actually, there is kind of problem. You have to go through a whole bunch of people.
Stupid people.
Yeah. How is the city shaping up here the day before the festival? Apparently, Even though you earlier said we had 3 days?
Yeah, technically, this is the second day. Actually.
Oh, so it was in total. It was not from the moment you said. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm on it. Yep. Okay.
So it's not we have 3 additional days and then the day comes, but today is one day, then a day, and then it comes.
Yep. Most of the stalls are almost fully erected. I try.
Don't get it.
I'm 5.
Jeez, Hanabi.
Jeez. Some are even setting out some wares because they trust people not to steal shit. Erected decorations are being put up. Last minute touches. Wine casks are being rolled around to various locations.
From the church or?
Probably, but at this point they're just kind of like everywhere.
I was just more. I was getting at, is the church opened again?
Well, it was enough to get them to get the wine. You don't know if it's open still.
Okay.
But yeah, setting up a pole. Children are being told to stop that. Get out of the way. Play somewhere else.
So the whole discourse we had in the inn this morning with the church not being open and people being upset because they couldn't prepare for the festival, that's just vanished in thin air.
Yeah, because they were supposed to be able to get their cast last night, so they just couldn't get it last night.
But it was in the morning, wasn't it?
Yep.
They said the church was closed.
Yep. So it literally just opened.
A few hours later.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, but you don't know if it's still open.
No.
Because you're not there, obviously. But yeah, so you have to go around all of that and whatnot. So it takes a little extra time, but you make it. How's that?
Do we see any signs of a river out there?
No. Won't even make you roll perception.
Any sign of other personnel from the church than this one priest we've seen? And would that be a perception?
Don't need perception because no. You don't see anybody in robe attire.
Okay. So who wants to go first? Do we take the Willow talk first or the Fennel talk first?
I say Fennel talk.
Okay. Well, I guess it's time to be spectacular then, because from entering the room, we might as well just start out with Unearthly Chorus. So music of my style fills the air around Fiera in a 30-foot radius. Music spreads around corners and can be heard from up to 100 feet away. The music moves with Fiera and centered on Fiera for the duration. So all charisma and performance checks with advantage now. A bonus action to beguile one creature you choose within 30 feet that can see and hear the music. So that will, of course, be Fennel. And it will just be this calming, sweet music that's just, it's not overwhelming. It's just there making you feel calm and just relaxed. It's just barely there.
Right. Have you knocked on the door yet?
I see. Now, it will be before we go into the room then. I just assumed we had already entered.
Nope.
Okay. Well,
knock,
I
knock.
guess, yeah, if we start with that, then okay.
Okay, but then, like...
Knock, knock.
Yeah. Alright. So... I almost called her Jasmine because I need to really stop watching Aladdin. Jillian answers the door. She looks tired, like she hasn't really slept well. But otherwise, fine.
Don't worry, we'll relieve you of your station. Can we come in?
I guess so. And she lets you in. Now, would you like your music to play?
Before going into the room with Fennel, yes. So I take it the others stay with Gillian, and Nori and Fiera goes there to talk to him.
Yeah. So I guess,
Yeah.
While they talk with your father, we have to talk to you about some things.
Okay. So we're gonna... Okay, hold on. I'm trying to picture the room. And you said it goes up to 30 feet? That people can hear this?
No, up to 100 feet.
100
It just, I can choose a creature within the 30 feet that I can see and that can hear the music to beguile.
Why? I put that up on stream too. Why did I click on that? Why? I have been tricked.
So, yeah.
Okay. So as soon as that starts, Fiara, who's going into the room with Fiara? I know
Nori.
Nori. Okay, so you two will not notice. You know, I have a feeling Willow will notice, but for some reason, Melior, I feel like I need to make you roll.
But
perception.
Willow and
Everyone
Melior
get a
are
chance
not going
to
into
roll.
the room.
You said
Willow and Melior are not into this room with them.
Right. This has nothing to do with that. What's going on in that room? That's why it won't affect either of you.
I'm confused. What's
well-
going on?
Well, if I get
Hanabi's
there.
talking about something that's not in our room.
Okay.
So
Can we
Melior, please roll.
take one at a time because this is confusing?
Yeah, but I kind of have to do this at the same time
Okay.
because this happens like as soon as your music starts.
Okay.
Melior, like we will resolve it afterwards, but at this point, Melior, roll perception real quick.
Melior?
I'm sorry, I cut out there. What was said?
Perception.
Perception. I apologize.
All good.
Eight.
Yeah. Okay.
Plus
Plus
2.
2.
10.
Yep. All right. So you
10 total.
You notice as soon as the music starts, Jillian visibly has a breakdown, which we will resolve in a minute. Okay.
So
back to Fiora and Nori.
continuing to tell about this spell that I just cast. Mr. Fennel needs to make a charisma saving throw.
Yeah. 1 second. GM. Wait, no, GM. No, thank you.
It needs to save his charisma.
And is that against my passive
he is
charisma?
so
Or
charmed.
what is that?
He is so charmed by you. He loves you.
So for the next hour, he sees me as a friend. I'm his friend.
Best of friends.
And I have advantage on all charisma checks against him.
Super friends.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just kind of staying in the background observing.
Yeah. So Fiora will just come in with a little smile and just hello, good to see you again, dear.
Oh, it's always pleasant seeing you.
How are you doing today?
Very good. We just had breakfast. Well, we didn't just have it, but whatever. Want some tea? I can get Jillian to make you some tea.
Oh no, thank you. I'm afraid I can't stay for that long. But I do have a few things I need to talk to you about because, well, I trust in you and you've proven to be pretty reliable with your replies thus far. So I was hoping you might be able to help me a little.
I would love to.
Well, seeing as there's a lot of things that is going on and We are worried for your daughter. I know you love her dearly, so I was hoping you would maybe be willing to work with me to figure out how we can help her. Because all the things with the Knowles aside, we do worry about your daughter, and that is important, and I believe it is to you as well.
Of course. Jillian is my pride and joy.
Indeed. And something here is scaring her. And we want to figure out what that is so we can stop her. Is there anything you can tell me that might help figure out what is going on?
Well, as a child, she's always had nightmares.
You're cutting out.
Oh, sorry. As a child, she's always had nightmares.
Do you know of what?
Decaf.
Decaf.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Decaf.
Hi, what's up?
I think this is the part where you feed me information.
Oh, right.
You know what's funny? I just crunchy cut out for my end, and instead of decaf, I just heard dick.
Aw. This is a sex party now? What?
Cheese for Hanabi.
Cheese for Hanabi.
I don't like that phrase associated with sex.
So, well, Decaf, the thing is that we are getting
Okay.
to the point now where Julian had nightmares.
Okay, yep. I got this.
I got everything. I can hear everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure he was paying attention.
Okay.
Well, of the village she comes from. I believe how they died in that plague.
They died.
Yeah.
What happened?
Plague.
Like,
Ow.
see.
Yeah, River and Jillian actually come from the same village.
Oh.
Friends for life, I say. Probably
Well,
more than friends, if you ask me.
Sorry, what? Please repeat.
They're probably more than friends, if you ask me.
Well, that's concerning in some ways because we have heard about Jillian breaking into the church.
Still?
What is that about? Because something is going on and we are worried.
When she was younger, well, as you know, I adopted her, and
Yeah.
the priest adopted River. Well, she didn't like, when she was younger, she didn't like being alone, even though, you know, she wasn't really alone. She had me. So she would try to go to the church, and of course the church was closed, so she'd just break in and we'd find her sleeping next to River.
How old were they when they were adopted?
Probably 8 or so. Maybe?
Well, I'm not sure how many more times that could happen because River has gone missing.
Missing? She's not at the church?
Yes. No, and the church, the priest is acting weird. Something is going on and it's scaring Jillian, and we want to figure out what it is. And since you've obviously been busy with other things, we thought that you might be our best ally in this. Could you maybe consider helping us out, figuring out what is happening? Because these two poor girls, they might be in deep trouble.
I don't think they're in trouble. They couldn't possibly be in trouble. Especially if it has to do with the church. The church is a great place.
So if your daughter is actually in trouble, you just pass this opportunity, not giving a fuck about her safety just because you don't believe it.
She's in the kitchen.
Yes, right now she is. But what is this harvest festival really about?
The end of the harvest.
Are you sure though?
Yes.
Then why did your gnolls make it sound like there is something going on up here that what how was it? The villages was immune to?
I believe at this point you can roll persuasion, even with your charm.
Yep.
Thing.
And persuasion is a charisma, so that is with advantage. So here we go. So in that one, and the other one with my +6 is a 22.
Okay, so what was the question again? I don't know why my brain just decided to.
The Harvest Festival, what that's actually about, and why the Knolls say that there's something going on that the villagers are immune against.
That would be the wild magic.
The wild magic. That was new.
Fennel, sorry, dear, I would like to go in for a moment if that's okay.
Yes, that's why I kept quiet again. Please do that, my dear.
Fennel, we are trying to protect your daughter. Right now, you are giving us the least possible information. Is that really what you want? And I would like to use my inspiration. And I don't know if that's persuasion too, or if that goes in the direction of intimidation
That
already.
would probably be intimidation, based on the way you were saying it. At least I think so.
It's your call. You're the DM. Let me just. Let me just put in the advantage because.
Not to the song only gives a bonus to deception and persuasion charisma checks, not intimidation. Reading
Yeah,
the
but
description.
I'm using my inspiration here.
Oh, your inspiration. Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's a 13 at best.
He's not intimidated at all.
Oh, does he not even have to roll against it? Okay.
Yeah, no. She's safe.
How can you be so sure? What measures have you taken to make sure that nothing will happen to her when this wild magic will do whatever it does tomorrow?
She's safe as long as she's within the town or a good distance away from the town.
And once more, how can you be so sure?
Because it happens every year.
What happens exactly?
Decaf, would I need to make them make another roll because it's technically on a different topic, but also the same?
I would say, yeah, they would have to roll a different one for this one. But you can lower the DC because they passed the persuasion.
Okay. So yeah, you're gonna have to roll again because it's technically a different topic.
Okay, so another persuasion.
Yep.
Which is still charisma, so for me that goes with the advantage still.
Yes.
Also, technically, I need to roll concentration.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
And that's a +6, so.
Okay.
25 total.
Yeah. Talk to me.
All right. All right. So you were asking how he made sure that she was safe?
Yeah.
No, that question was what is happening.
Oh, what's
at the
happening?
Harvest
Oh,
Festival.
right. Well,
what has he done to make sure? How could he be so sure? And what exactly is happening? That was the questions I was asking,
Well,
and
we have
I don't know which
a
of them.
way of keeping her safe, and we during the festival, uh, well, we use that money. We're keeping that money to try to keep her safe from the other wild magic.
Trying to keep her safe, you say? What is happening here? This is a very odd little town, and things are not making sense here.
Most of the town doesn't know about it.
But you do.
Mm.
And the church does too.
He says
Don't
nothing
you
to
tell
that.
us? Why don't you tell us about this?
Nori tenses up in the background.
It's just that there's an artifact that we use to collect the magic from. He kind of like makes a kind of does like a little lean to like make sure that like Jillian's not listening, and goes, she has wild magic. She doesn't know.
So all of this is happening because of Jillian and River.
You're harvesting them.
Well, yes and no. I wouldn't call it harvesting.
I would genuinely like to like take a fist and hit on the table. And I don't know if I get a new intimidation check for that.
Yeah, you can get a new intimidation check for that.
Viera is kind of curling off her fingers around her silk skirt. She's not happy about this either.
Give me a second, sorry. That is a 17.
That works. He jumps.
You either start giving us the information that we are asking of you, all of it, and not just the absolute base minimum, or we'll have to go and get Melior.
I believe you remember meeting him.
Vaguely. My head's a little fuzzy.
Which will be the least of what is happening if you do not start giving answers.
All right, fine. We've been trying to get money so that we can get the girls. There's a monastery that will be able to extract her magic permanently, but the fee is phenomenally high. And we have been saving up for a while.
Why do you want to extract her magic instead of talking to her about it? She is an adult. She can make decisions about what she wants to happen to herself.
Sorry, this is all Decaf's lore. Well, we're worried that maybe if it gets out of hand, it could affect the whole village like it affected theirs, you know?
And that is not something that they have the right to know about.
She already has nightmares from it. I'm not going to subject my daughter to that.
But you are going to subject her to instead, if this all goes down, that guilt that will leave her with for the rest of her life without giving her a chance to do anything about it.
She doesn't know.
Vera's just taking a deep breath, just trying to calm herself and just... No, so instead you will have her going through her life from village to village, over and over again.
No. We've lived here the entire
everything
time.
she has.
Don't you dare interrupting her!
Losing everything she has over and over again until she makes a connection that people are dying because of her.
Fennel starts unbuttoning his shirt. She,
Okay.
yeah. She, listen, she doesn't know. People haven't died since that village.
Yet,
That's why we do. Well, to be fair, we don't do the Harvest Festival specifically just for this. The Harvest Festival has been going on before these girls. But if we left it the way it was, and he opens his shirt to reveal massive amount of scarring and like different colors. So there's like green scars, there's red, and they're just gross looking. This was from Jillian on one of the first nights that we found her.
And you think that you have things under control?
We have. We've had it under control maybe since, I don't know, 3 weeks after?
You don't have anything under control.
And how would you know?
Because we're fucking seeing it. Your daughter is
Look.
terrified. She is scared to the rest of her life. Things are going downhill. And you act as if nothing was wrong. You just leave her to it. Because you think you have anything under control.
She's scared of magic.
She
Is what
hasn't-
she's scared of.
Scared of magic, yes, the magic that is her.
She will never learn to live with it if you don't give her a chance to even know about it. You are gaslighting her, and that is disgusting.
He actually stands up, visibly angry. Listen, we tried to teach these girls, but their magic was way too strong for any of us here in this village, and we couldn't afford to get anybody to come here.
And
So we
instead
did
of searching for help,
We did what we could do at the time, and what we can do now.
she is an adult now. She can make decisions for herself. If you leave her to... You know what? Why am I even saying this? I can talk to her myself.
She's my daughter, and I have every right to protect her how I see fit.
She is an adult, and the way you treat her, you do not have the right to call yourself a parent. And that is a vicious mockery from Fiera's side. So, hi.
And I think that should technically be an advantage because literally
It's a
Jillian
cantrip.
has...
So
Okay.
it's a cantrip. I'm doing harm to him, so I'm breaking my own spell by this. I'm no longer considered friend because I hurt him.
Yep.
That's okay.
He has a visibly bloody nose. Good job.
Just
Wait.
from words.
Yeah, he doesn't
Arcane
notice.
bitch slap.
So,
Yeah.
so before you can turn, he grabs you. He's like, "You can't tell her."
He grabs whom?
Probably whoever's closer. So probably Nori.
No,
Nori was in the
before.
background,
in the
but
back.
if he
Okay, so
grabs
then
her,
Fennel.
Nori will attack
Fiara.
him.
Then Fiara.
Do I have time to lower my head because antlers?
Yes.
Okay, so
'Cause
he's
he's not
running into my
trying to
antlers.
he's not trying to attack you. He's just trying to stop you from leaving and telling her.
Yeah,
We're not
well,
leaving
I have
yet.
my antlers down now.
But if
Alright,
he
he-
grabs her, then Nori will attack him. So I don't know if we should do initiative here or...
Well, he will have to grab her. He will have to go through her antlers. So
All right. Well,
yeah.
he backs up at the antlers. He's like, "You can't. You can't. Please. It would destroy her."
You're destroying her.
my words exactly.
You don't understand. If this comes out all of a sudden without all the backup that we have set up, you could cause another accident.
Another accident. So that's what you call this part of her, accidents.
No, that's not what I mean.
That is what you're saying, though. And she has made the decision herself, as she has revealed that you were lying to her and abusing her trust all this time, that you are no longer her father. That is not a decision you can turn against.
I know she is upset. But what I mean,
This
why
is not
this
being
so-
upset. You have crossed the line.
Yes, but
And you
what you're
cannot-
planning on doing could literally kill this entire village.
At this point, I feel like you all deserve it.
It's not like you're having any other ideas that are in any way better or more trustworthy.
Could you at least wait until after the Harvest Festival? When her magic is
No.
Oh,
not
because
so
you
strong.
want to harvest her
It's
magic.
not about harvesting it.
I don't fucking think so.
It's not about harvesting it. It's about lessening it.
Because you seem to be trustworthy after continuously lying, after abusing everyone that you are getting the chance to talk to? I don't think so.
Not only will you kill my daughter, you'll kill everybody here. Hope you can live with that.
You had this one chance to give us the information that we need to continue, and you choose to dance around it, give us the absolute base minimum, and to even try and deceive us still. You don't give a fuck about your daughter or anyone in this town.
How dare! Do not put my love for my daughter down like that.
That is what you are showing us, and more importantly, her.
And she is not your daughter anymore.
Get out of my house.
This is not your house. You're a criminal. This is where we keep you safe.
You're not keeping anyone safe by telling her now.
And perhaps if you had worked with us and told us the truth,
that was the truth.
We would have.
If you tell her now, everyone will die.
And how can we trust you after everything that you've said this far?
That's up to you. But if you really want to tell my daughter, you will wait.
Carol will just begin to laugh at that. Oh, so that's on us now. Because this mess of yours is on us now.
I don't
that is
mind.
our responsibility.
If you want to make me tell her,
doing.
if you want to make me tell her, then I will. But again, it will have to wait.
Oh God, aren't you just the most useless person ever? And that will be another vicious mockery because she can't help herself right now. So let's see how that one will go. That is another 2, so he has lost 4 hit points now.
Ouch.
If he fails this wisdom save.
Nah, he's not even.
We still need more information.
Then what do you want?
Let me talk!
No. That was out of character, by the way. Sorry.
That's not a great moment, because when I'm so strongly into character, it's hard to switch over that within split seconds.
Yeah. Same for me.
So where were we at? Because
Oh, you were yelling at him because he's interrupting you.
no, before.
What do you want for information? Because you were asking about. We want more information. Angry at him.
Yeah. So what we still need is more information about the Harvest Festival, about what is going on here, about what she's scared of, about the Knolls, about why outsiders are in danger, about so many things, about this fucking messed up church. And if you go along and answer all of them nicely, then maybe we have a reason to trust you about telling or not telling Jillian.
Fine. He sits back down. on his bed because there's only one chair.
And just, I have a feeling we might want the entire group for that conversation, so maybe we should pause it here and go to talk with Jillian before continuing this.
Yeah, that might help.
Okay. Anyway, back to Melior and Willow. Hello, cheese.
You need a break, Hanabi? Are you
No.
okay?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
How the fuck am I gonna? All right.
And Jillian is breaking down apparently.
Yep.
Jillian is clearly having a breakdown. She's gripping the table, and she's pretty much squatting down, hyperventilating. This is all while that music is going on.
Let's bring her outside. Jillian, are you okay? Are you with me? Let's go outside, okay?
Question, Fiara, is it always at 100 feet, or is it less?
It says it's 30 feet range.
Yeah, but it says
30 foot range for a guile.
Guys, can you
foot range
just...
for sound.
Sorry, when someone was asked, can you just let that person talk, please?
Sorry.
Thank you.
So the music fills the air around Fiara in a 30-foot radius, but it spreads around corners and can be heard from up to 100 feet away.
Okay, so it's gonna be pretty much lessened because of the door closing and stuff. Okay, all right. So
can be heard. It spreads around corners and can be heard up to 100 feet away.
Right. So what I'm thinking is because yes, it can be heard 100 feet away. So it's just gonna be if a loud car goes around. So it's not gonna be as loud.
Well, it wasn't loud music in the beginning. It was just this
she'll
very
probably won't be able to hear it then because you're in a building and it's a closed building. I was just trying to figure out how that would work in my head. Okay. All right. So you get outside, can't hear the music anymore, and she starts breathing normally as she's calming down.
Are you all right?
I think so.
Any idea what that was? You just sort of...
I just get panic attacks whenever I'm around magic. And
why would that be?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I need to remember what I needed to ask her out of character.
Jillian, do you know where the church's storehouse is?
Of course, it's in the basement.
It's a basement? Would there be any particular reason River would be down there?
Well, sometimes
for
to
her
help
safety.
Her safety? From what?
They said it's for the Harvest Festival, and she's been moved to a secondary location that can't be revealed to anybody.
That's...
Ulrich.
That's odd. Normally she'd be helping decorate the church.
Do you think you could go there with us and help find her?
Well, someone's got to stay here to watch him.
Don't worry. I believe Huskfoot volunteered for the time being.
Regarding that, and Melior just kind of he was very stoic, but there's an inflection in his voice. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine now. It happens every once in a while.
I'm not talking about the magic. I'm talking about your father.
Oh. I don't care.
He apparently. Go ahead.
I need a roll insight on that. I'm sorry.
Yep, go ahead. Whoa. She is lying through
21.
her teeth.
I know it's not easy being asked to guard your father. You're very brave. You're very strong.
If it's
There's no
if
one
it's any
around.
if it's any consolation, those gnolls were very nice, and they seem to regard your father quite highly.
Jillian, are you
Oops, everybody can see
okay?
that. My bad. Forgot
Everybody can see that.
Yeah, I was like, ah, damn it. I even have a separate window open so nobody would see that. Everybody can see that.
I'm not asking you this as an adventurer or a Leonin, but as someone who is in a position similar to yours, are you okay?
I don't know. I don't understand why he would lie about the gold. Or why he needs so much gold.
It's difficult to understand the whims of our guardians, but it is not on you or I or anybody here to explain their faults. And I want to apologize for startling you as I did when I attacked him. It was beneath me. And he gives her a bow.
He deserved it, I'm sure.
But you didn't deserve to see it.
It's honestly fine.
It does seem strange that someone out here would need so much gold. Usually, small towns like this are comfortable with just what they have. And if they have riches, they don't stay in these towns. Not for long, anyway. Or they quickly rise the ranks. For him to just be sitting on all that gold. It seems strange to me.
I'm afraid I wouldn't be much help in explaining why finances work the way they do.
Well, that's just it. There was some winters where we had to go hungry because we couldn't. Sometimes hunts weren't, fruitful, and we couldn't pay other hunters for their catches. So I don't understand.
And I would say that would make sense that, having money would be good for trading for food later. But seeing as he got it from the gnolls who were running off merchants, protecting them, quote unquote, it leaves me to wonder, who would he intend to trade with? Like, getting all your gold from the merchants you intend to trade with by scaring them off? There's a disconnect there.
If it's not too much trouble, and you can let me know if this is becoming too much for you. Back at the hunter's cabin after we had saved you, you were scared of something in the village whenever we asked about it. I know that it was confusing with all of us arguing, but I need to ask you now, with everything going on, what's happening?
I I don't know. Just not all the time, but sometimes it feels like there's magic like just over everything.
Oh, there is.
There is?
Yeah,
I don't think-
something. I'm sorry.
I'm not too familiar with magic, but if there is magic everywhere, then wouldn't you be reacting the same way?
It's just only sometimes that when that magic is active, it's like it's watching me.
Yes, it is.
She looks visibly upset.
That there's something in the church that can watch people.
There's not even a mirror in the church.
Why would a mirror be relevant?
Well, don't people with magic need like a mirror or something to look at people?
Have you ever been into the storeroom?
I'm gonna roll Arcana.
Surface, water surface.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll Arcana. Hold on.
That's just some font we didn't look at. Oh,
Okay.
damn it.
What do I know of scrying magic with that much Arcana? With that roll, with a 20, with a
Oh, decaf roll.
16 plus 4, 20.
So you're asking about the being able to like scry or see people?
Yeah.
All right, you need any.
Like, what do I know about scrying?
You know that yes, mirrors are typically used for scrying, but you can also use any still water surface.
Okay, so yeah, mirrors could be used, most likely or most often used, but you could also use basically anything, like anything that has a still surface, like water or
Okay.
crystal balls.
Water. Didn't you say there was a fountain?
There was that little thing that you discovered last time. Sorry, I'm saying this out of character because your characters discovered it.
Yeah, I did see a water basin.
We did not look into it though. We just saw it was
Yeah, no,
there.
we didn't look into it, but I did. For this context, just noting that it was
We
there.
know things are in churches, so
Yeah. But there was a basin in the in the church proper.
Oh, don't ask how we got into the church proper.
I think Jillian is the last who has the right to accuse someone of breaking into the church.
Jillian?
Sorry, she's visibly like upset. Like all of this talk is really stressing her out.
It's okay. We're looking into it. It'll be okay. You with me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
We might be being watched, but it will be okay. We're looking into it. It won't be an issue for very long.
Okay. But why? Why would they watch the town?
Your guess is as good as mine, and it doesn't make me feel any more comfortable, to be honest. But at least, but I'm not from around here. I can't imagine what they would need it for. As far as I knew, they were just watching us as outsiders.
Scrying, harvest, god of life, god of death. Nothing makes sense. Oh, right.
What?
What are the villagers immune to?
What?
The gnolls mentioned to our friends who told us that they're protecting outsiders from going in. They would be doing it. Your father effectively manipulated them into taking money for his personal gain, but their intentions seemed strange if it wasn't the father that put them on that. Do you have any idea about why
No.
that would be the case?
What? I. She is
It's okay, it's
visibly
okay.
distressed and has no idea what's going on anymore.
Okay. The gnolls are good. What they were doing, they seemed legitimately, wholeheartedly concerned for the people they were protecting. They were taught to shake down people. But they legitimately believed they were working an honest business and protecting people from the town. So we're just trying to figure out what that was about, but I don't suspect you know anything about that. So Melior, but as far as for what the town might be immune to, no idea. You might know about that, but I guess you don't.
I don't know anything. It almost sounds like you're just spouting nonsense.
I wish it were nonsense. Those gnolls don't seem to deserve this kind of treatment, considering they seem like legitimate people.
I think I have an idea to help you calm down. What do you normally do for the Harvest Festival?
She thinks. Well, I walk around with River. We like getting some of the food. They have these apples that they dip in this like sugary hardened stuff, and it's so good. And then we go to the
Is there anything else?
That I can't really remember after the church.
Melior's gonna turn to Willow and give like a bit of a like wide eye kind of thing, like, huh? And then after the church, do you just
Oh wait,
wake up the next day?
Before the church, we go to the maypole. Dance around that. It's fun. And then yeah, we usually end up sleeping at the church.
Everyone or just you?
Me and River. Obviously, River. She lives there.
Do you... I think I was told something about this. Do you drink at the church?
Drink?
You mean alcohol?
I'm told it makes people do things that they don't remember.
I'm not much of a drinker.
I will say, as much as none of this is adding up to me, I think your dad means well. The gnolls were very loyal to him. And whatever he was hoarding that gold for seemed to be a legitimate reason. Like, as I said before when we were bringing up going to the gnolls, people don't just resort to banditry. Usually that's something people do in desperate measures. So he's not using it for personal gain. He's not using it to make the town better, or immediately so. People didn't seem to know enough to not put out a call against the gnolls. And combined with the loyalty he earned from them, I think he certainly means well, even if even if what he's doing is wrong, can't say that with a straight face. But yeah, he's you shouldn't worry too much about him. I don't think he's a bad person. Everything's just adding up funny.
Yeah.
I hope that helps.
Yeah. Well, was that all your questions?
I feel like there was something else I needed to ask. Oh yeah. How do you get into the basement of the church?
Through the door?
I didn't see a basement door when I was inside.
Really? It's almost always open.
Which wall is it on?
Alright, if you face the church, go inside, it's on the right side.
I was just saw there was a hole in the wall. A small little hole.
A hole?
Does she recognize the key that we may or may not have?
If you have
Pull
it.
that key.
No.
You don't know what this key goes to?
Nope.
Well, maybe River might, but we need to talk to River to be able to answer that question.
And River's in the basement, which we don't know how to get into.
Well, in any case, I'm sure as much as I'd like to go into the church now, I think I've learned my lesson on that one. They should probably be done getting answers from your dad.
In the meantime, is there anything else that you want to talk about, Jillian?
No. I'm good. Thank you.
All right. Willow, go on ahead and check if there's any magic still going on.
Okay.
You go in, you do not sense the magic going anymore, but you do hear yelling, like a lot of yelling coming from the other room, because this is at the point where angry's.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's safe for Jillian to come back in if you want to tell her.
They seem to be in the heat of it. If you'd like to go to the tavern and rest for a bit and take a break from here, this might be a good time, Jillian.
Yeah, maybe. I guess that sounds fine. She doesn't look like she really wants to go in the building anyway.
Yeah, there's no need to force you to deal with more stress than you have to.
Okay, so
Melior, if you want to come in, or you can join her. I'm not picky.
I'll be going in as well. Stay safe.
Yeah, thanks. And she heads off. Alright, so I guess it is gonna be where we end, because we are running up on time.